Hi, welcome back to MikiCarrBeauty. I'm Miki, and on my channel I love to talk about luxury skincare and beauty. And on my channel today I will be talking about the new Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Concealer that came out this past month, and I ended up picking it up in two shades, Latte and Golden. And if this is something that you're interested in, please consider subscribing. A lot of people who actually watch these videos, actually I found out a lot are not subscribed. So help me out by subscribing and clicking below and ringing the notification bell for all, and then commenting and liking below because it really helps up my engagement. So let's begin. I wanted to do a quick review of this newish Traceless Soft Matte Tom Ford concealer. And I did not want to do a first impressions because things like foundation and concealer, it takes a while generally, for at least for me, to get acquainted with the product and to see if I really do like it. So I will give you my thoughts already and not wait till the end, because I want this to be actually a quick review. Is that I don't think this is worth the price that you pay. So I ended up getting these in 3W1 Golden and 3WO Latte because I could not for the life of me figure out what color would be for my foundation or for my concealer. And they have about, on their website, they have about 20 shades. And just for reference, my closest foundation shades are below. In the Shade and Illuminate Tom Ford foundation, I'm about a 7.0 Tawny or Sable, depending on the season. And then the Traceless Soft Matte foundation, I'm in Sable. And so that's, they did have a corresponding chart that if you're Sable, then your perfect concealer color would be, I think, 4WO. And I think that's Hazel. But for me, when I use these as under eye concealers, I want them to be a bit lighter or lightening. I don't like concealers that are just exactly my skin color because it ends up being sallow. So I ended up getting shades in the 3 range, and I will show you some cutaways of the concealer swatches of 3W1 and Golden and 3WO Latte. I'm reading from the website here, and the Traceless Soft Matte Concealer is a skincare infused stick formula designed to hydrate skin while also providing buildable coverage that blurs imperfections for a seamless, soft, matte finish. Hyaluronic acid plumps skin through moisture, reducing the look of lines immediately and for 12 hours. Vitamin E provides antioxidant protection for skin. That it says it's a hydrating skin ingredient with imperfection blurring makeup technology. This formula features hyaluronic acid for instant 12-hour hydration and spherical powders to ensure silky smooth, seamless application for comfortable, non-drying wear. It says that there's imperfection blurring makeup technology that corrects and conceals to the diminished look of imperfections, dark spots, under eye circles, and hyperpigmentation, and that it's a natural soft matte finish. Non-drying wear, I'm not sure what that means, but it's transfer, sweat, and humidity resistant proof, non-caking, non-pouring, and crease resistant. So I have been trying these out for about a good month, and I'm behind the curve. A lot of people bought these and then did reviews right away, but I just wonder that if they've actually had time to really work with the product. So I've been using this for about a month, and I was on the fence about it. And what I can say for the claims, I definitely think it's a soft matte blurring kind of concealer, and I've used it in multiple ways of by itself and then powdering it down. This is the kind of concealer where you don't have to powder it down because it just dries down really nicely, but just because my face is so oily, I tend to, like, no matter what, to put down powder over the top. I also tried it a number of ways where I really wanted to see if it would cover my dark circles. And I tried it a number of ways, and really this formula does not cover dark circles. And I just need a formula that does that. And I think it has to do with the color and the formula, that it's so sheer that you can see from the swatches compared to the formula of Cle De Peau O40, the concealer, which is like their iconic concealer, which is so pigmented that actually does conceal more than this Tom Ford. And then I compared it also with the concealer for Chantecaille. And the Chantecaille one is actually more of a brightening one, and I actually don't like cream concealers. I think I've kind of decided that already, that perhaps cream concealers are not for me. I'm not sure why. It just doesn't, I think it's too drying that it doesn't move around with my aging skin. So the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Concealer was a big disappointment for me. These retail about $60, which is pretty spendy. I ended up picking these up at Nordstrom, and surprisingly, the lighter color is actually the better shade match for me. And the deeper one is the one I thought would be my better shade match, but actually it was the lighter one, which is 3WO Latte and not Golden, which is on this side. The golden one I thought was going to be my better shade match because it's a little bit more, even though it says it's golden, it's more, for me, it's more of an olive undertone, if you can see. Whereas this has a bit, the latte has a bit more yellow. And what that yellow, that hair of a difference, that yellow actually covers more of my dark circles. And that's kind of like with color theory. The more yellow or peachy, at least for me, the concealer or corrector, it's going to cover my dark circles. So today I'm actually not wearing the Traceless Matte Soft Matte Concealer. I actually have Tom Ford on my eyes because I'm filming a look for the Electric Cherry Quad. But I actually don't even want to try these anymore. I've been trying these for a month and they're just a fail for me, which is sad because Tom Ford has a great reputation. What I would say, compared to the Cle De Peau Beauty, the concealer, I would still say out of all the concealers of stick concealers, this is probably the best one on the market. What I don't like about the Cle De Peau for me is that it is still a bit more drying. Even though it's pigmented, it's pretty dry for me. I don't have the right shade match. I have the color here, I think, in Buff. Yep. So Buff is my perfect match for my face, not for my under eye. I would probably do something brighter. But the reason why I didn't get a brighter one is that actually I noticed that if I put the concealer anywhere outside of this under eye area here for this product, I started breaking out and getting milia. I've actually tried to spot conceal as well because this is, again, a perfect match for my skin tone, buff, and I actually have acne and hyperpigmentation here, and that's what the stick concealers are great for, is coverage for your face. And actually it caused me to break out in whiteheads. So this, I don't even know why I'm still just hanging on to it. I should just ready to declutter it and just say goodbye to that. In terms of the Chantecaille, I think it's not as good as the Cle De Peau formula. There's something about the creaminess of Cle De Peau that people love. I've also found that Chantecaille was even drier than the Cle De Peau. At least with Cle De Peau, I think there's more silicone in it, and so there's more slip in the way it can apply. The Chantecaille is more natural, but it's also more dry, so I didn't really like that formula. And the last thing I need for under my eye area is like a dry concealer that I have to like warm up to make it working, get it to work. So the Tom Ford concealer, the soft matte concealer, was a big disappointment. I would say don't waste your money. It's not worth it. I haven't seen anyone's reviews because I don't like to be biased. I also tried to use this concealer in those areas too, like where I have acne scarring and I have some zits here. And I actually broke out here. And what it was is that I noticed it wasn't like cystic acne, it was basically a rash. So there's something in this formula that I cannot use this even for my face. So I was like, okay, if it's not the best for my under eye, maybe I can use it for my face for spot concealing of acne or hyperpigmentation. So that 1 or 2 times that I used it on my face, I was like, that's it. Because once I have a breakout, it takes a while for me to heal my skin, and I was like, okay, that's 2 for 2 being a deal breaker. So yeah, I just don't think it's sensitive skin friendly. That was my experience. But also, I have dark circles. I'm a working parent outside the home, and the last thing I need is to have a concealer that doesn't hide my under eye circles, and also like that doesn't work for me on a like first swipe. I'm all about like my routine being pretty fast. If you're looking for an equivalent concealer that claims like these kind of skincare qualities, so we're starting to see that more in the market with high-end concealers, that they're saying not only is it a concealer that there's skincare properties and benefits. I would recommend, and this is still kind of my holy grail in terms of skincare slash concealers, is the Sisley Phyto Serenus Eclat Eye Concealer with Botanical Extracts. This is a wonderful product. Unfortunately, they only have 5 shades, and this is the second to deep one, number 4. And why it works for me is that they have this wonderful tip, a cooling tip here. I'll show it to you. Let me whip it down. And this tip, the applicator, is just so cooling, but moreover, it's the color that works for me so well. And my eyes, again, are oily, but I always feel like hydrated after I use this. And Sisley is known for its skincare, and so that has been a holy grail for me. And then if you are not into Sisley or the shade range is really limiting for you, I would recommend the Chanel Sublimage Le Correcteur, which came out this year. It is the jarred corrector. It's a whopping $100+ and so is actually the Sisley. I do find the Sisley one to be worth more of the price that you're paying, just because of there's like a yellow undertone, which is this. It doesn't have a yellow undertone, and I wish Chanel would do that. They do that for their foundations. They do things like regular numbers, and then they add, I think, a BD, which is kind of like the more warm undertone, and they add a different one. I think it's an O. I can't remember. But for me, my regular shade range is BD 51. And so these are a bit too pinky neutral for me. The way it's okay because it's not a foundation. I'm using it under eye concealer, so it's actually a bit brightening, so I can get away with it. But I obviously couldn't use this without it being BD 51 for my face. But for under eye, I think in terms of concealer, it's like a natural concealer with skincare benefits similar to the Sisley. So that's what I would recommend. Do not waste your money on this Tom Ford, and that's my review. So let me know if you tried this Tom Ford concealer, or if you have a cream stick concealer that you use as your holy grail that you enjoy, and drop it in the comments below. And remember to subscribe below. A lot of you that are watching now are not subscribed. That my analytics show me that a lot of people who watch my videos actually are not subscribed. So help me out by subscribing and clicking the button below and ringing the notification bell and put it for all, so that you get notification of all my videos when they go up. And then make sure to comment and like below of what you think about this concealer, or if you're sticking with your holy grail concealer, then what is it? Let us know below. And as always, please be very kind to yourself and others, and just be you. Until the next video, take care, beauty fam. Bye.